I sold the Dyna. You heard that correctly. This is not clickbait. I actually sold the Dyna. It's getting picked up very shortly, and this is my final goodbye to it. This is a decision that I've been struggling with for the better part of a year and a half now. Like, should I sell it? Should I keep it? Should I fix it? Should I mod it? Should I do this? Should I do that? And I finally came to the conclusion that it's time to let her go. I've owned a lot of bikes in my day, and normally getting rid of them is really not much of a problem. You know, it's time to get rid of it, move on to something else, whatever. But when it comes to this thing, it's a little bit different. And that's because this bike back here is responsible in one way or another for pretty much everything that I have going on today. It was basically the driving force behind making my first video on this channel, which was the Stoker Broke Harley Wheelies video, and that eventually led to me making my first moto vlog, which was absolutely terrible. Probably like the first 3 or 4 of those things were just the worst. But those moto vlogs led me to become more interested in videography and editing and photography and YouTube itself, which eventually led to the stuff that you're watching right now. And then there's the stunt riding and the cool stuff that I did with that, and all the relationships that I developed within the industry because of it, and that eventually led to me starting up my first company, 38 Ride Co., which, if you've followed along on here, that eventually led me into becoming a screen printer, opening up the print shop and Rogue Lab and my second business. And I mean, all of this stuff that I've got going on right now, the YouTube channel, the brand, the shop, all that, it all came from this somehow, which is pretty cool to think about, and that's what makes this kind of hard to let go, because normally I look at a bike in this garage and it's just a motorcycle, but this thing, it's done so much more than just be a motorcycle. I owe motorcycles for pretty much every cool or exciting thing that I've ever done in my entire life, from all the times growing up racing as a kid to all the years that I spent as a pro touring around the world, all the stuff that I have going on now, and there's a few pivotal bikes in there that, you know, kind of meant something to me, and I guess this is now one of them to add to that list. And because of that, I'll always remember the cool times that I had with this thing and everything that it's done for me, and thankfully there's a lot of it documented on the internet that'll live there forever, that I can go back and watch it. But at the same time, it's time to let it go. For the last 1.5 to 2 years, it's been very neglected, which is because of the businesses and all the other stuff that my mind is really gravitating towards right now. And not only that, just the reason that I have this bike was to kind of do the whole Harley stunt thing, and that's, to be honest, that's lost its luster to me. It hasn't really evolved much in the last few years. It's kind of just been the same, and it's, I don't know, I just need something new and exciting. And I'm sure I could go out and push and do new and exciting things with this thing, but pushing and becoming a next level rider is not on the top of my list of priorities these days like it used to be. Now I'm kind of more focused on the business side of things and what I want to do there, because I mean, I'm 33 years old. I've always been self-employed one way or another, and I've got no retirement plan, man, so I gotta make some shit happen. And I don't know, just all the new challenges with business and stuff, that's really exciting to me. And just, I kind of want motorcycles to just be something I do for fun now. Like, I still want to go out and ride hard and do sick stuff, because I mean, I've got some skills on a bike that'll never go away, and I definitely want to put those to use. But now I just want to ride, and just to ride. And this is something that I've been thinking about when it comes to going out just to ride and just enjoy it. I try to picture the bike that I'm on and what I'm going to enjoy the most, because I mean, I'm not a rich guy. I can't afford to have every single kind of bike there is out there. That's the dream, of course. I'd love to have a fleet of stunt bikes, fleet of cruisers, whatever, so I could ride whatever my heart desires at the time, but that's not the reality of life. I need to kind of pick one thing that's going to be the most versatile to do everything that I want to do, and I just don't see a Harley as being one of those things. And to be honest, I don't even know what the next bike is going to be just yet, because my mind goes all over the place with that kind of stuff. I've been looking at supermotos, adventure bikes, dual sports, all that stuff that could be, you know, a very versatile tool and cover the multitude of different kind of riding that I can do. But that's not what we're here for today. Today, we're here to say goodbye to this thing and pay respects for everything that it's done on this channel and in my life. And to do that, I'm gonna give this thing a proper video send-off and smash together an edit of some of the cool stuff that we've done with this thing over the past 4 years. Roll it.
Can I pay in penguin dollars?
That movie theater is where I touched my first titty. How cool is that? Shout out to Carly.
To be honest, this pipe has been cut apart and put back together more times than Bruce and Caitlyn Jenner.
What's up, man?
Do a wheelie!
Somebody spray painted a dick on the ground. Here's the one fun thing about a fresh tire right here.
I wanted to meet you. I saw your video. Oh, thanks, man. That's awesome.
Alright, enough talking and that bullshit. Let's give you what you're here to see.
Man, that thing's an absolute champion. There's been a lot of good times and a lot of good memories because of this thing, but now it's on its way to someone else where they're gonna make their own good times and memories with it. And the cool part about that is it's being picked up by somebody I know, someone I know who can they can ride. And he's going to do with it exactly what I did with it. Like, he's not just gonna cruise it around and stuff. This dude can wheelie like no tomorrow when it comes to dirt bikes and all that stuff. So I guarantee you in a couple days on this thing, he's gonna be dragging fender on it and doing some cool stuff. So it's going to someone who deserves to have it and is not just gonna, you know, baby it and whatever, because that's not what I wanted. I wanted it to go to someone who's gonna thrash it and do to it what I did. So that makes me really happy, but it's still very bittersweet because I'm not gonna be able to walk out in my garage anymore and see that cool shiny paint job or seeing the battle scars that I've put on this thing and the stories that they bring up and whatever. It still kind of sucks, but I can promise you whatever replaces its spot, we're gonna do some really cool shit with that too. So there's something to look forward to. Well, with all that said, I guess that marks the end of this chapter. Thank you, Dyna. I think a lot of us here will miss you. I'll see you again in the next one.
Bye, Dyna.